Fluttering gracelessly from one precarious mossy limb to the next, Raven followed the walking man. Earlier, she'd been on watch when he'd emerged from the hidden lair, much like a bear after awakening from hibernation. After sniffing the air around himself like a predator, he'd nodded, reached back inside to grab a bag, slung it over his shoulder, and began his walk. Raven's larger wings made flying in the thick stands of trees bothersome, but she was intent on keeping the nasty human in her sights. The time was now. There would be no more hiding, no more secret graves, no more secret deaths, not in Raven's woods. A breeze left over by the windstorm gusted through the deep undergrowth, strong enough to make the emerging fronds of the sword and lady ferns nod back and forth as if they too accepted the decision. They were resolute. It had been agreed upon. Things had been set in motion. Monsters took many forms, too many to imagine them all. Some monsters took no effort to identify and were easy to steer clear of. Others appeared harmless at first, second, even third glances. Those were the most appalling ones. As if life in the forest here wasn't complicated enough already. Things couldn't stop now. The actors had been called upon to play their part. Everyone was finally in place, where they needed to be. Even so, Raven stayed vigilant, making sure the process didn't grind to a halt. Again. Far too often, humans could not be trusted to stick to the plan, to not be distracted by shiny objects, no matter how important their part was. This secret was not theirs to keep. The man continued walking, following a lesser-known trail that had been in use by forest dwellers far longer than Raven's memory. Occasionally, he checked back over his shoulder, but he didn't see Raven over his head. He thought he'd outsmarted everyone, including Raven. This arrogance would be his downfall.